Now, Scotland's NHS could reclaim the cost of treating people suffering from industrial diseases caused by negligence if Holyrood gives its backing to a new law. A consultation has been launched on a member's bill brought forward by the SNP backbencher Stewart McMillian, which would make insurance companies foot the bill. The charity Clydeside Action on Asbestos has estimated that the treatment costs could add up to more than £20 million a year. Phyllis Craig is the director of the charity, and she joins us now alongside Stewart McMillian. Morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Stewart McMillian, just outline for us how this would work.
Now, currently there is no obligation for any costs incurred by the state to be paid in relation to industrial diseases, and certainly something that I really want to address. And where an organisation is actually liable or causing an industrial disease, I want to ensure that the costs that have been met by the public purse in relation to the NHS treatment actually can be recovered.
Now, am I right in thinking that this can be done at the moment when it comes to accidents or injury? There's a way of recouping that money from the insurers?
Yes, that's correct.
And this would be similar, would it?
Yes, that's correct. So currently there is the compensation recovery unit for the road traffic accidents, and the proposal in the bill is to extend that to include industrial diseases.
And Phyllis Craig, why do you want to see this change regarding who pays for medical costs?
Well, I think that because it's already done in accidents, why should the NHS be footing the bill for people who have to have treatments? These people have a condition caused by no fault of their own. So the NHS are spending its resources, and I think it should be the insurance industry that should pay for them because they were on risk at the time.
And you estimate that this could cost the NHS more than £20 million a year, a substantial amount.
Well, it's actually a lot more than that. That estimated figure was given when it was only asbestos-related conditions. Now that we're looking at all industrial injuries or diseases, then that figure is estimated as being much higher. But these costs are much higher, so it means that the NHS, who don't have the resources to be able to treat everyone, should have the money put back in so that they can provide the service for these people.
And you're not concerned that if when you get the insurance companies involved, that there might be a delay perhaps to medical treatment?
No, because people will be using the NHS. The people within the NHS will treat all of their patients as they always do, and they will do this in the time limits that they have. They will actually be able to do more if they have more resources.
And I suppose, Stewart McMillian, the other sort of side of this is that if companies are going to be liable to foot the bill for these costs, then they will be paying more, their insurance costs will rise. Won't that make it difficult for smaller businesses?
It could be said that there may well be an increase in some insurance costs. However, there's also a huge imperative here for businesses, whether large or small, to actually ensure that their employers, so their employees, are safe in the workplace. So at the very, very least, there will be a huge opportunity here for businesses to make sure that their employees are going to be safe in the workplace. So health and safety standards will certainly increase.
Yeah, but I wonder if if you take this to a sort of a logical conclusion, and you say that companies are liable for their perhaps poor behaviour leading to chronic conditions of workers, doesn't that then lead on to personal liability for poor health in later life, for example, through smoking or obesity and other problems? Stewart McMillian?
No. I think you're misunderstanding certainly what we're looking to do here with this bill and with this proposal. This is about when someone goes through the civil litigation process, and there has been an award for that individual, then through the CRU, the Compensation Recovery Unit, then the additional resources that would then be recouped from that would then actually go to the NHS. So it's not about an individual who has not been diagnosed with some type of industrial disease
Okay,
or
specifically
condition.
for
This is
that.
only about specifically through that particular process.
And you would support that, very briefly, Phyllis Craig?
Well, what I would say is that most small businesses won't pay the price because the latency period between being exposed to asbestos and being diagnosed with an asbestos condition is between 15 and 50 years. Back then, the small business would not always be someone who could be sued. So I think that certainly we would endorse what Mr McMillian is saying, but we would say that it's more to do with people who are dying, people who are dying because of someone else's negligence, and that shouldn't happen.
We'll have to leave it there. Thank you both very much indeed, Phyllis Craig and Stewart McMillian. Many thanks. 26 minutes past 8.